What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we've gotten confirmation from President Joe Biden that more stimulus is going to be on the way. This is your Build Back Better and stimulus check update. Now, I reported this to you in yesterday's video as we heard from that governor's meeting. He confirmed more was going to be on the way, and the governor said, well, if you send it, we will spend it. So I'm going to be getting you caught up on this because this raises questions, and I've got some video footage for you as to will this further inflation issues that we're currently experiencing. Now, I've also got some economic advisors that are saying that no, this isn't going to cause any issues. We're hearing this from Congress. They're saying this is going to help combat inflation. Now, I also got some video footage for you though at the current state of inflation and how things are going. And I know a lot of people here on the channel let me know that they're seeing prices rise across the board. Now, in addition to that, we also received word yesterday, and I shared this with you in another video, that there is over $800 billion leftover funds from previous stimulus packages, which that equates to 2 extra $1,400 stimulus checks that would add nothing to our debt. It's unallocated money left over that they could use. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Maybe they could issue out some more stimulus checks and not add anything to debt or inflation. However, we will see, and we also got word yesterday, if you missed this video, you might want to check it out, from Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, that progressives are calling for the arrival time of the Build Back Better bill to be March 1st. However, she's saying that's a flexible deadline. So we will see, and I will keep you guys up to date. But right now, I'm going to let you know the latest that we're hearing about this passing, impacts on inflation, where things stand with stimulus, you guys. So let's go ahead and dive right in. But first off, also wanted to say thank you for all the support on the second channel, Steve Ram Finance. And if you're somebody interested in growing wealth and personal finance, consider joining that channel as well. I'll pin a comment down below. All you got to do is click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications, and I hope that channel is a blessing to you as well. Going to get more content up on there very soon. And though, let's go ahead and dive into the latest with stimulus and economic news. And let's start off by smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Takes a second, but helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Also, leave your comments, share this out. And if you want to stay up to date on everything happening, totally free, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. And if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is hop onto Instagram and shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. Best way by far to get a hold of me. But you guys, let's go ahead and dive into some video footage. And let's start off with White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki yesterday being asked about more spending that was promised by Biden and its impacts on inflation.
So the president today, two topics, which on inflation, the first one. The president told governors today, quote, we've sent you a whole hell of a lot of money and we're going to send you more. The Fed chairman last week, though, said that a drop in fiscal spending this year will help ease inflation. So again, what's the level of concern for the president that more spending would contribute to inflation?
Well, there is still going to be a massive drop this year because of the end of a number of programs. So that doesn't change what the president conveyed. I didn't see the totality of it, so I don't know what the full context of it. There are still, of course, programs and requests that these governors have, whether it is help on COVID or help with specific small businesses. And there is still some targeted assistance that leaders still want, they need, and we are delivering from the federal government. But that doesn't change. If you look at the overarching graph of like how much federal assistance is going, that's a natural drop because of the end of a lot of programs.
So there you have it, you guys. Now let me know your thoughts. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki saying that a lot of the programs that we've had before to help give assistance, that those are going to be ending. But I've got a lot of people saying we need to continue them on, saying we need those unemployment extensions, we need the child tax credits, we need those provisions to help us get through. But they're saying that those are going to be ending and they're going to be primarily focusing new spending given out to states. Let me know your thoughts. And also, what are your thoughts on stimulus versus inflation? Should we hit the brakes because inflation is getting out of control? Or should we provide more stimulus as there still be people struggling right now to make it every single day as we go through this pandemic? Well, take a look at this video footage as to where things currently stand with inflation and prices rising, and then we're going to hear directly from Congress.
fast rising inflation, and a new warning from one of the leading food companies saying prices are about to get even higher for some household staples. Our chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, joins us with more. Good morning, Rebecca.
Hey, Michael, good morning. And we've seen these prices climbing from the grocery store to the gas station to rents. And now there are signs that the cost of some of your favorite foods and household staples are heading even higher this spring. Kraft Heinz alerting customers it will raise prices in March on dozens of popular products, including certain packages of Velveeta cheese by 6.6%, hot dogs and cold cuts up 10%, Oscar Mayer turkey bacon up 30%, plus the maker of Maxwell House coffee indicating coffee prices could rise as much as 5%. Kraft Heinz, of course, is not alone. We've seen this across the food industry. Unprecedented ingredient, labor, and transportation shortages, coupled with surging demand, have been driving prices higher. The company says the price increases are not a sweeping action across all its products and instead apply specifically to products experiencing the greatest cost pressures. And just yesterday, we heard this from the Fed. They signaled that they're on the verge of addressing this issue with soaring prices by hiking interest rates very soon.
So there you have it. A lot of grocery stores and companies saying that prices are going to be going up due to inflation. Now, we did hear that the Federal Reserve is going to be increasing interest rates to help combat this. And now we're going to be hearing from the Secretary of Commerce that's going to be addressing it. As we heard, President Joe Biden had met with top CEOs who are on board with getting things together for passing more stimulus provisions for companies and businesses, and also that Build Back Better bill. Now, in addition to that, we also saw, as I mentioned yesterday, President Joe Biden meet with governors, and he let them know more spending is going to be on the way for states. Now, let's take a look at what they say about where things currently stand with stimulus provisions, spending, and inflation.
Secretary, always good to have you here. This GDP number, really good. Unemployment, really good. Yet the American people don't feel good about the economy. How do you read this?
Good morning. It's great to be with you. It's always nice to see you. So, first of all, these are great numbers. I mean, not just big numbers today, but this is the strongest economy in 40 plus years. Wages are up. GDP growth is up. People are back to work. We're the only economy in the world that's stronger now than we were pre-pandemic. So I'm going to answer your question, but it's really important that we take a second to realize that this is great news and this is, very strong economy. Why don't people feel it? Look, I think that this pandemic has gone on for a very long time. People are frustrated. Moms and dads are still struggling. Will school be open today? Inflation is real and it's in everything. So I think it's a combination of COVID and increased prices, the supply chain disruption. I talk to people, friends of mine, who are frustrated that the backlog for their refrigerator is months because of a lack of semiconductor chips. So I think the fundamentals are there. People are working, people are making more money, but, we got to get past COVID.
How difficult will this be from a political standpoint in the short term? So you raise interest rates with the hope of slowing down rise in prices. But what does that do? It likely dings our 401ks. It makes it more expensive to get a mortgage or another loan. And at the same time, we're still paying higher prices for everything.
Yes. I mean, of course, if the Fed decides to do that, the hope and I think the reality would be prices will come down. And so to the extent that folks are frustrated by inflation, I think you'll see some relief on that. Look, the reality is, and the president firmly believes this, I firmly believe this, I live this as governor, we just have to keep doing what we know will improve the economy, improve the productive capacity of the economy, get people back to work. And it might take a little bit of time. COVID, Omicron, we're going to have to get through this. But I am just so confident, Steph, that these are the right things to do. And at some point in time, in some number of months, people will feel better because they will see improvement. We're going to be laying fiber so everybody gets broadband. They're going to see construction crews in their community rebuilding roads and bridges. Congestion at the ports continues to go down. So, folks want to see it, and they will see it because we're doing the right things.
Let's talk about those roads and bridges and other plans you have. Just yesterday, you, the president, and a number of CEOs met to talk about the Build Back Better plan. What came out of that? We've heard Joe Manchin says he's ready to talk again.
Yes. Couldn't have been clearer. We had a number of leading CEOs across industries, financial services, technology, software, cars, industrials, all of them said it's time to pass Build Back Better. Because although the economy is strong, and they know that, the investments in Build Back Better they're investments in the future of the economy. So Brad Smith of Microsoft pointed out the obvious fact, which is women can't be productive members of the labor force if they can't find or afford childcare. So let's invest in affordable childcare. They all talked about how vital and urgent the climate change investments are. Can't wait anymore. The economy can't wait. The planet can't wait. So it was basically what they said was, we are here because we know the economy will be better, create more jobs, more productive capacity. That's what we're trying to do here, get more people back into the labor force, more skilled people. All of them talked about the need for more technically trained workforce. So these are good investments for long-term growth. And, I think anyone who says this is a social spending program and not good for business, or the business doesn't support it, they're just dead wrong. We had a dozen CEOs of leading companies who went on the record to urge the president, let's get this done as fast as we can. Our businesses need it and we'll be better for it.
Well, there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. She said that anybody that says this is just a social spending bill and is not going to be good for the economy, that they're just dead wrong. Let me know your thoughts, you guys, in the comments down below. Now, I will keep you up to date as more information rolls out about inflation, the Federal Reserve increasing interest rates, more stimulus provisions and packages, and the Build Back Better bill, as we're hearing negotiations are taking place right now. And I will keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me out a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, totally free to do so. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Consider joining the second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is hop onto Instagram and shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, hope this reaches you well, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.